Hey, new snapshot day. So we're going to check it out. We're going to go back to the old snapshot that we were just doing, and we're going to check out the blending, as that's what I think this snapshot was working on. So what that is, as you can see down, get my mouse in there. There we are. See down there, 21W43A, new snapshot. Did I put it right? Yeah, I did. So the blending is the blending between old maps and new maps. And so we're going to go into, and you can see it's a new snapshot because you'll see these are all telling you back up because this is a different snapshot. So this is what we were on, right? And I'm not going to back it up because I don't care. If it's broken, it's broken. We're going to start a new one today anyway. So this may take a while to load because it's doing the blending. So anywhere that we have been already on this map, it will stay like it was. Anywhere that where chunks haven't loaded, so far as they're away from us, it will be the new setup, which will not different because we were playing in a snapshot already. So, and if you weren't here yesterday, we wasted the entire day making a cow farm that didn't work. Okay, so what we're gonna do, the day just started. I think, yeah, I got my chunks out too far. Okay, minimize the chunks so we minimize the lag. Still out there always. There's a skeleton standing right there. It's in the water. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run back over here. How many chickens are we up to? 23. So we had one of the issues they were having was where it was converting was not meshing properly. You could see, you could see like half a mountain, like split right down the middle, right down the side, and you could see where the new map was compared to the old map. I don't think we're going to see that in this because this was a snapshot and now it's a new snapshot, but it was already using that kind of setup. If I went into one of my 117 maps, I think that's where it would show up. And so, disclaimer, I am not a redstone guru. I am not a Minecraft guru. This is on a snapshot. This is not on the current live Minecraft. This is testing to get bugs out and whatnot. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this guy all the way over to that one mountain I was looking at the other day and said that's where we're going to go next. And then we're going to see if we can see where different chunks have loaded and if there's a border or not. I hate that. Just be hovering in the air like that. That looks like that because I think I dug coal out of there. But don't quote me. Yeah, this seed was really cool for that snapshot. I don't know how it would look like in... it would still load the same. And I think they said they changed the way seeds load again. They changed the numbers again. So if you put in the seed, this seed, negative 3134457022803129009, in this new snapshot, you won't get this map. So all of this I had already been on before, so all of this is still would have been old map. Should have got a horse. There was horses back there. I don't know if I have any saddles though. You know, I've never made a saddle. All the saddles I've ever had in the entire time I played this game have all been from chests. I don't even know how to make a saddle. Booyah! Okay, so this is the second village. On this map where we spawned, there was 2 villages and a broken portal. This is the second village with a broken portal down below it, down by the water. And the first village is over there. The third village is on a mountain over there. And then we just came from where I had a house right next to the fourth village. And then the fifth and sixth villages are over there. But you can't really see it yet because I turned the draw distance down again. Get up here, I'll turn it back up. You'll see the mountain we're headed for. Amana! And we completely froze while it's reloading. So that's the mountain I was talking about. We're going to go run on the other side of that. We haven't been over there yet, so everything behind that should all be a new map. It should be brand new because we've never been over there yet. See, and then you can see there's a rooftop right there from the first village. And if I turn this way, you'll see the third village loading up. See, there's a building there. But you'll see it better. See, there's a building there. And then that snow right there, you see snow on the right and ice on the left. You spawn on the ice on this one. But I don't think it'll do that anymore. If you put this seed in, I don't think it'll load like this now because from what I understand, they changed the way the numbers change the seed around now. So, alright, we're going to go this way. And I could turn on chunk borders. I forgot what it was now. It's F3C or... But chunks are 16 by 16, I think it is. So any chunks that have not loaded now will load as the new blend, but I don't think it's going to matter, like I said, on this, because this is an old snapshot. If I load a 117 map onto here, it's going to be a mess. Hey, there's a village right there. I don't think that was the 5th village. I think the 5th village was over there. This might be village number 7. Let's go that way. So far, like I said, this was a snapshot, so I don't see anywhere where you can see like a straight line where everything was cut through or whatnot. Beginning of a cave. And the first 2 days I was saying I was having trouble finding coal, which I was. But then yesterday I came to the realization it's probably because when I was down in the caves, I was down in like negative 36. And they probably got coal set up to where it only pops up from 0 and above like it was already. I don't think they've made it where coal is going to pop up below 0. I haven't read anywhere. Man, it was some lag. I haven't read anywhere anything about it. I just know that, like I was saying yesterday, it seems kind of... I don't like the fact that you can have these giant caves below 0. Actually, you're going to have them all over the place, but you can have a lot of giant caves that are below 0, and you're going to need a crap load of torches. I mean, the cave I did in this map, I used I don't know how many torches. And if you don't have coal down there, you're going to have to keep running back up, and then running into these mountains, finding coal, and then running back down. And it's going to be a pain in the butt. Got more snow back there. Oh, I don't have any leather on, do I? Nope. My armor's almost gone. I was going to make a leather hat today, but I'm not going to stay on this map now because we got a new snapshot. So. Yeah, so all this should be new chunks because none of this was... I hadn't come over here before, unless this is village number 5. I don't think it is. Yeah, you can see stuff is loading, so I think we've got Jiminy. I think we've got some new chunks in the background. But if I were to start a game in 117 and then load it into this, and then put it on this snapshot and then load it, it would be anything that I had already, any chunk I had already had drawn would load up the same, but then everything past that, when it would load in for the first time, would be new. But if I went into 117 and loaded a map, and then took that seed and came into the snapshot 21W43A and tried to just start a new map with that number, it would not be the same thing. Right back at you, Squidward. Okay, I have not been to this village. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm not going to play this anymore. What? Nothing to see here, I'm just looting your village. Cannot get away from the cats. Oh, that's some hardcore lag. So I was noting yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that a lot of the lag that I've been seeing seems to come right as it's loading up. It's either loading a new chunk, loading the chunks in the distance, or it's when it's about to load a sound right next to me. This is a tiny village. Is that a Don Ho song? Tiny village. Get the sword off. Okay, so we are going to start a new one. Let's start a new map. What are we going to call this? This is 21W43A. The only cheat I use is the bonus chest. Alright, let's create the world. Let's see how long it takes to load. Not too bad. I've had worse. My old computer, any game you would play on Minecraft would load this slow. But this computer's got a 2070 core in it, so not the greatest, but it was the second best card the year I bought it. I didn't want to pay 3 times the price card to get a card at something that only, I think it was, they said 4. Do I still have the draw distance all the way up? Alright, let's grab our stuff from the chest. I got all 4 torches. Always have the pickaxe there, the axe there, food there. You don't know the little thing I'm doing when I pick stuff up. When you pick something up out of an inventory, torch is next because torch is in the second spot. If it's all spread out in the chest like that, and if you click on the item, you pick it up. If you double click it, it gets everything of that type that's in the chest and also in your inventory, and puts it in one stack. That bamboo right there. I saw Panda for the first time last week. 2 pandas actually. I started a new map. I didn't save it because I got blown by a creeper. And I was like, you know what? Let's just start again. But it started me right next to a bamboo forest, and there was 2 pandas in it. It was a bamboo forest on some really steep cliffs. And there's a parrot, and there are pandas around. Cool. I think I've had one pet parrot. And the entire time I played this game. Oh, I think something they did on this snapshot too was they cut back how many water caverns there are going to be underground. So on the map we were just doing, if you have been watching, you would see that the pathway I made down to the pathway that I had made down to the underground had it didn't just go straight down. It has a few spots. Had one spot where it flattened out for a little bit, and had another spot where it did a U-turn, and that was because there were water caverns right there. And from what I saw and I read, they had cut down on how many of those there are going to be. You know, whoop, there's a village. There's a village. Okay, what is our seed on this one? 1950293281218723012. Bingo! Whoops, I mean down there. Sheep. Well, I deliver. I don't need sheep. Usually when I start, I try to coal first, and then I try to find sheep. And I'll chop down the tree. So I can make a bed, and I can make torches. But now that you can just sleep out in the open, and nothing will attack you if you're sleeping out in the open, all I gotta do is go to a village, and I'll take one of the beds. I thought that was a slime for a minute. That's a lot of turtles. One of my games I tried to big old cavern. Screw it. I tried to get some turtle babies, and I actually built a shelter on some eggs because I wanted to try and see if I could do it so I could get the underwater breathing helmet. Is that a ravine I'm over? Let your eyes adjust. Whew, yeah, that's a deep ravine. Alright. Underwater, double tap forward so we swim faster. Dolphins! Are they going nuts? Is there stuff over here I need to find? I saw that coal right there. There's more sheep over there. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Up. Let's go to the village. One thing I've noticed too, playing Snapshot, is I've been around a lot more jungle biomes. Bunny rabbits. Okay, anytime you see one of these towers in a desert village, you know there's a chest up on top. Okay, now have a bed. No bed for you. All you're gonna do is jump on it anyway. Always a chest up top. Cactus is good for making dye. Usually when I start and I'm in a desert biome in the start, I usually will find a temple. And that is usually where I make my house, I will take over the desert temple. Wow, there's a temple right next to the village. Okay, we're not taking over. We're not going to make that our house. I don't like having a house this close to a village because the villagers just walk in and out of your house. And like I said before, the Badlands, aka Mesa, was it? You always want to close the door behind you. Is that another temple over there? I think that's a temple. It's either a temple or another village. So we'll loot this village, then we'll probably sleep, and then we'll loot that, and then we'll head over there and loot that. I'm not using Optifine, so I can't zoom in, and I haven't found brass and smelted it and found any. Any geodes. Geodes only spawn at 30 or lower now. Before they were spawning on the ocean floor. Now they spawn at 30 or lower. 3 bread. Use axe. There's no benefit to using an axe to chop up hay bales, because just using anything else will do it just as fast. And you'll know you're lagging if you chop stuff like this and then you don't see the block fly out. It just disappears. Usually that's because you're lagging. I did that last night when I was playing. Oops. See, an axe will chop this down faster, but it'll also destroy my axe faster. So when I'm doing villages, I leave the doors open after I've gone into a room, so that way I know I've already been in there. Save some wood. There's me a crafting table. I could be hitting all these little dry brushes too and getting sticks out of them, but I don't need this, but I want this. And like I was saying the other day too, with this new setup, with how they've changed terrain generation and how it's mainly focused on mountains and it's focused on caverns and everything, instead of playing the way I used to play, it's an interesting house design. The way I used to play, where I would, as soon as I spawned into the world, I would try to make a house where I was. Now I want to run around and I want to explore, and so I end up not building a house until later. And that other map I had was a really good seed. I mean, 4 villages right by the start. 4 villages, an abandoned portal, a shipwreck, and what was it, 5, 6 sunken temples? These are barrels. I'm using the Chroma Hills resource pack, the 116 update, because they haven't had a 117 yet. And I'm playing in one. Did that just drop when I opened it? Wow. Sorry. Ooh, emeralds. They haven't had a 117 update yet. They were still working on it, and they haven't had a 117. They obviously haven't had a 118 update yet. And we're playing on a Snapshot, which is a 118. Nothing to see here, just borrowing some stuff. And it's getting dark. The only bad thing about sleeping anywhere in the outside is that I always pick up the bed afterwards, and if you do that and you die, then it's probably going to respawn me at the world spawn. Since where my bed was supposed to be is not there, the bed's not there anymore. Negative. Negative. I had an algebra teacher, or pre-algebra teacher, when I was in junior high, which would be grade 7 and grade 8 here in California. And his name was Mr. Renzi. He was one of the coolest guys ever. He was like He's like a 1950s teacher. He had the flat top haircut like he just got out of the army. He liked to say stuff like, "This equation is easy. I could go outside and get a bucket of warm spit. I could come here and do these equations." But anytime he said the word negative, he didn't say negative. He said negative. And so every time I want to say negative, I think that negative. Yeah, he liked to talk about buckets of things that could come into my mouth with a weak good. And I remember I was used as a bad example. I had an issue where when I was in school, I could not focus for nothing. Choir, men's glee, I could focus. Every other class, I could not focus. I would be failing algebra, and then I'd go home and be messing around with probability and statistics college level books just for fun of it, because it was fun to do. But when I was at school and I was forced to do it, I couldn't focus. It must have been my social anxiety without knowing what I had back then. How many torches do I have? 4? Okay, I only really need 1. I died the other day doing it. It was off stream. Whoops, what am I doing? I wanted to go up there. Because I went into this room here, and there were no mobs down here, but there was a friggin' creeper up there. And as I started digging, he dropped right behind me on these stairs and exploded. Okay, if you've never been in a desert temple before, in the middle, there were 4 chests down here. You can see 1, 2, 3, and there's one down here 4. You see that little thing there? That is a pressure plate. If you step on that, there are 9 bundles of TNT under that floor. First time I had watched a video and saw somebody come down and loot down here, but I did not know about the pressure plate. Diamond, we got 1 diamond. Oh, affinity. And I came down and stepped directly on the pressure plate and exploded everything. And then ever since then, now I know when you get down here, get rid of the pressure plate. Emerald. Flame, that's a cool one. I have enough string now I can make a bow, that's awesome. I don't have any arrows yet. And yeah, I'm filling up my inventory with junk. But you'll see, if I don't build a house before I find a lot more junk, I will start swapping things out. Like I was saying yesterday, I don't like leaving things behind. I'm like hoarder. I'm a hoarder. Usually if you see like on our realm, where's the way up? It's right there. You see on our realms we've got see, dynamite. I have a storage area that's got about, shoot, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, maybe 30 chests in it right now. Because we really haven't gone all that far. Alright. So that's number 1. Okay, and which way was town was That was that way? Yeah, okay, I just noticed something too. So we gotta go back over here because we still have a temple we gotta mine right there next to that village. But there is, oh, there's a tower right there. There's an illager tower. And there is a village. Where'd it go? Right there? I just saw it while I was down there. Didn't see that illager tower until I got up here. We were nowhere near strong enough to attack an illager tower. Oh, right there. It's over there. You can see the tops of some of the buildings right there. Yep. Alright, so let's get back over here and get this temple. It's noon. Let's get back over here and get this temple. Should have done it first. I was right there. I should have done it first. Da-da-da. Good old Mr. Renzi. I remember he had a house just outside of the little town I lived in called Ivanhoe. It was surrounded by like eucalyptus trees. You couldn't even see the house. But you could see the little nameplate out by the mailbox that said Renzi on it. Mr. Renzi. Hey, somebody killed a rabbit. Kill a rabbit. Nothing to see here. Just gonna go in here and check some stuff out. Somebody hiding in a closet. I came in here once and started digging, and there was a creeper like behind one of these pillars. That was like perfectly behind the pillar, and as soon as I started digging, I just saw his little feet come around this way. I had a lot of games too where I would start and I would find a desert temple and I'd be like, oh right, we get some loot. And I would come in here, ah crap. And the whole bottom of this would be gone because it'd be like a cavern or something. Do I have anything? I guess I can make another one out of wood. I don't have any cobblestone yet. Saving the world. Oh, almost went off the side. And there is some coal. Good. We'll grab that coal too. Be good. Oh, cool. Golden apples. I don't really need any horse armor yet because I don't have a horse. I don't need any sand, but bones are good for bone meal. Rotten flesh is good if you don't have any food. You can eat rotten flesh. And you know that like gold tools seem to deteriorate really quickly, but they're also the fastest tools. Ooh, diamond horse armor. I may actually take that with me. Because you can't craft horse armor, I don't think. But then again, I don't even know how to craft a saddle. Okay, I'm gonna leave the spider eyes. Frostwalker. Frostwalker 2? I didn't know there was different levels of Frostwalker. Okay, we'll get this looted, and then it's probably going to be dark, so we'll sleep. And then we'll try to make a wide path around the illagers and get to the other village. Oh, I don't have any room for the coal. Don't need bushes. Okay, this is actually good, because now that my inventory is actually full of junk, I can destroy these chests and take the chests with me. And all the stuff that I left in them that I didn't want to take will automatically not go into my inventory because I have no room. But the chests will stack with the other chests. Oh, I left string in that one. Okay, and then we're gonna back. Where is the chest? Right here. Okay, we're gonna back up and then dig out the dynamites. So yesterday's stream was kind of depressing. I spent the entire time trying to build up a cow farm from memory, only to find out that the mechanics have changed so much that it doesn't work anymore. Alright, there we go. We're out of here. Give it up. So that was a little unhappy, but... Oh crap, it's dark. See, the way the game used to be, if I would have done that, something would have attacked me and I would not have been able to sleep. But now, before I see any mobs, I just kept my head down, throw the bed down, I could sleep, nothing's going to attack me. Oh, I hear something coming. Reaper. Is today Wednesday? See, Steve just logged in. Steve Fantasy, everybody, make sure you watch Steve Fantasy. He's streaming right now. I don't know what he's streaming, but I'm gonna have to put his stream up in the background. Hold on. I actually streamed his stream the other day when he did one of his milestones. He did Death Knot level 4, and was it the mustard soda? Yeah, I think it was a mustard soda. He was gonna do. Originally, he thought he was gonna do the Buffalo Ranch Buffalo Wing soda, but he ended up doing the mustard soda. Buffalo Ranch is the next one. He streams Extra Life. He does Extra Life for Seattle Children's Hospital because he's up there in Washington. His goal this year was 3,000. He hit that in June, so he upped it to 3,500, and he keeps surpassing. He's up to his goal now is 5,500. Last time I checked, he was at 5,050, and it's all for Seattle Children's Hospital. So we need to. When I get to this town over here, I'm gonna pause this game, and I'm gonna kick Steve up in the background on my computer. Oh, there's more Badlands over there. See how that looks so cool, because it's not doing like a complete biome. It's not a full Badlands biome. It's a bit of Badlands with jungle right behind it and on top of it. That is so cool looking. Where's the village? Over there. Lots to drink, water, walking through desert. Can't be helping that I'm walking through the desert holding a bed. That wasn't. That can't be good. I also need to ask Steve if he's doing any milestones today. I think he's all caught up. Unless he's getting more donations or something. I think he had said the maximum he had hit before was before last year $300 or something, maybe. And then last year he was aiming, I think it was $1,500. He got it. I had to stop and look at that. That's lava. There's a lava fall over there. He was trying to get to 1,500, and he got it on the last day. So this year he was thinking, well, so he went from 300 to 1,500. This year he was aiming for 3,000, and so far sitting at 5,050. Hey, the abandoned portal over there. I may have to make a house. I'm not gonna have room for stuff from an abandoned portal. Usually you get, I've been seeing in the snapshots, I'm getting a lot of enchanted gold tools from the chest with the abandoned portals. This doesn't look like a very big town. It's got enough friggin' cats. Dude, how messed up is your house? You got bushes growing in your floor. But then again, look how many cats you have. That's probably why. Whee! Community pool. I like how they've made some 46. They've made some different house types now for the villages. I like that. Because I remember the big empty house now has beds in it and tables, where before it was just a big empty house with nothing in it. Carpet. Oops. Apparently carpet is a really good fuel for furnaces and stuff like that. Oh, this town's got a whole lot of nutting. See some coal over there. See, the reason I can see that coal all the way from back here, that's the reason why I got this resource pack. Or bunny rabbit. Because I got tired of not being able to find coal because I couldn't see it. With this resource pack, I can see it from across the map. I'm not going to grab those because I have 63 in the stack and no room for any extras yet, so I don't need any more really. Once I get a house built, then and I get down to redstone, I'll get a chicken cooker. Of course, I'll have to open a portal because you need quartz for the comparator. Oh, some maps. Yep, maps. No chest? Oh. I'm not gonna grab that yet. Whoops, leave it open. Okay, let's go. It's noon. Let's go check out this abandoned portal. That's cool looking. Kind of defeats the purpose because you're putting it farther away from the actual ground. They only go 7 blocks. Red sand. That is a tiny little biome slice right there. One, two, three fine obsidian. only got 1 diamond, so I wouldn't be able to build a pick. I could build a diamond shovel. That'll come in handy someday. Where is the chest? Where did the chest spawn? Oh crap, I forgot to kick up Steve's stream. Okay, once we find this chest... It's usually right here, right next to the... I need cobblestone anyway. Oh, and I don't have room for cobblestone. Get rid of this pressure plates. Get the dirt. Whoa. I went to hit backwards and hit the wrong key. There we go. Where is the friggin' chest? Does someone just not have a chest? It's getting dark. So, might be... Put the bed in a place where when I get out, I won't fry myself. Don't want to stand on a magma block. I'm guessing this one just doesn't have a chest. Step backwards onto the magma. Up, there it is. Just in time for me to lose my pick. Yep, so there's a golden hoe of unbreaking. Ooh, alluding to diamond sword. That'll go quick, but it'll be cool before it goes. Let's get rid of the... Let's get rid of that. One obsidian, so let's get rid of that. I don't think I can get rid of to get this little bit of gold. Don't need cactus. Okay, and we are full. Yep. Alright, then we can grab the chest. Okay, we need to run up a mountain to see what's around us. Can I even get up this mountain? Cave right there. So the Illager Tower was over there. What's that? I came from over there, right? Because there's a village right there, it looks like. Where's the Illager Tower? Yeah, there's the Illager Tower. Nope, I think that's the first village. Or that's one of the villages, because I was at the village, the Illager Tower was there, the other temple would have been over there. Yeah, I think that's the way I came from, so we need to go this way. Away from the desert. That bee freaked me out. I saw movement and didn't know what it was. Thinking maybe we'll go that way. We'll go over the mesa. Because that way just seems to be a lot of mountain, a lot of hills. Bonsai! I can't tell you how many times I've done that and died because I was nowhere near the water. Okay, we're gonna go to town. I'm gonna pause and kick Steve up in the background. Tell him I'm lurking. Oops, stop using the axe. Stop using the bed. Beds don't have a durability, but still. It's just a big old thing in your face. It's one of the reasons why I'm not using a shield, because I don't like how much of my screen it blocks. Alright, we're gonna pause this for a minute. And off the screen, I'm gonna kick Steve up. I'm gonna have to, as soon as I load him, I'm gonna have to mute him. What is he playing? Steve Fantasy is playing At the Dead of Night. I love the fact he has his heartbeat on the actual screen. I have him turned down. I can't hear anything he's saying. Okay, so Steve Fantasy is up there, and if you guys want to go see him, that's how you spell it. Steve Fantasy. Alright, where did I say I was going? I was going to go... I remember which way I came from. Oh, I thought that was taller than it was. Okay, so we came from over that way. So I'm gonna go that way. Ah, lag. And once we find a good place to build, I'm probably gonna drop the draw distance back down so you stop lagging. Go away, cat.
Your mind went blank? No problem.
Tell it's red sand, it's terracotta. That's an easy one. I am without a pickaxe. I just realized that.
I'm with you.
It broke and I haven't made another one and I don't have room for one. And we're coming up to a big body of water. Oh, and I see a shipwreck. Please be on the beach. See the shipwreck over there? See the mast sticking up? That's where our house will be. Wherever he falls, there shall he be buried. Oh, it's gonna be a long swim. Underwater, double tap forward. Up, 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 up. Running out of air. Get up. Oh, up with air. Underwater, double tap forward. I am not letting me swim fast. At least I don't have any drown on me.
You need to give me a second, man. I'm rusty after a few days.
I do need to eat though.
Thanks for coming by. Try not to let work get you down too much. But as always, it's great to have you.
I have to go back and find out where I... Oh, I know I've lost food because I was running. Mountains start to backgrounds ahead. Lots of jungle anymore. There's jungle there, there's jungle there. Underwater.
Oh, how's he doing? I haven't heard too much yet.
I wonder if you lose your air fast in water if you're swimming fast. Then it is swimming normal speed. It's very slow. There we go. You can tell you sped up because everything seems like hunker down. That looks like it might be on the shore. That is on the shore. Wow, we're gonna get here just in time to go to sleep. And somebody just sent me a message on my computer. Did y'all hear that? Wow, those pigs, horses, and sheep all living in harmony. What a wonderful world. This is out into the water. Wow, it's a complete shipwreck without being in the water, it looks like. That is awesome. Alright, we're gonna pause this for a second so I can see what that message was. It was Insane Asylum. Was my brother. Okay, so we're going to be here for a while because we're going to dig this out and we are going to use all this wood to build us a house right here because we have access to cows, sheep, horses, and pigs right here. Oh, and a chicken. Awesome. Okay, so for now we'll just throw the bed down. Crafting. Throw the chest down so we can get everything out of our friggin' inventory. First time I found a diamond in a chest in a long time. Actually, give me that. Whoop. You already dinged on my stream. You sent me a message on Steam. It dings on here. Well, it dings in the background. Don't want y'all wheat seeds.
I did.
Okay, we need to make.
Logged on, and it shows
We
us
are gonna
some
go through a whole lot of axes,
and some like horrific
and we're gonna go through. It looks like a couple shovels.
things.
I don't need to make a pickaxe yet. Well, I'm going. Well, let me make one because there's probably gonna be cobblestone under
Try it in the room.
all this dirt and everything. Okay. It. I was gonna. I don't need to make a bow yet. I have no arrows. What's the point? Okay.
Yeah. What?
So we have got a lot of wood right here. So this is the middle of the boat. I think Michael made it home. I think he sent me a message earlier on Steam about Zyglor music, and
No, I don't think those are the same. I don't think I can
I'm
see.
thinking he sent that from home.
Because these are like.
Okay, I forgot. We're gonna build the house here, so we're gonna drop the draw distance back down.
No, so
23.
about him again. He just said that those are disturbing pictures that Jimmy drew.
So now, once it redraws, we shouldn't have to worry about lag very much. Ah.
That's a very good question. We could. It says Jimmy used to draw the violent picture. I can't. I can.
Oh, there's another one above it. Crap.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Hey, my ship. Go away. Go. Go. This is also a good place to build a house anyway because there's some flat land right here. But, and this is a big but, there's a lot of trees right there. Birch and oak, it looks like. Some on the birch. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Where was that last one I just dug out? Right there. There we go, more ship. Trying to find the edge of the ship. This is the middle, so it's gonna go out lots farther. Where is the water? Water is right. Okay, so anything this way, I gotta pad up because there's water right there. Oh, cool, we're gonna get some coal out of this too. Go! Shoo! Go, Porky. Thank you. And where's the water on this side? It is... Oh, it's a ways over. Okay, so we're good on this side. Go, 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 go. And I don't know how much farther ahead boats go. I just don't feel like kicking up Discord. I was good with it when I was first starting the stream, because I thought that's what I had to do. But once I started letting multiple people onto it, then I realized it's kind of hard for me to control what's going out on my stream if I have like 6 or 7 different people trying to talk on Discord. And I don't have it set up where I can run Discord separately from everything else, so I'm sure I'll use it again. It's just right now I'm not gonna mess with it. I just barely started streaming again, so I'm not as advanced as Steve and the French fry bunch yet. How far back does this get? Where's the other one at? It's all the way to here. Okay. And I am gonna have so much dirt. Oh, it's gravel. So you might be wondering why I'm digging this out if it's buried in the ground like this and you don't see a whole lot of wood. There could still be the ship underneath here. I've done this before where I've dug it out of solid ground like this and found 2 of the 3 chests, so. Really don't know how wide it gets. I think it's wider than this, but we will see. I think that's also the reason why I haven't put the channel points things back up yet, other than the basics. Because I lose control over what the stream is doing when everybody watching takes over. Which is probably the whole fun of watching, but it's like when I'm watching Steve, I'm up to what? I was up to 150,000 channel points with Steve. And apart from having him hydrate all the time, I think I played like sounds maybe twice the entire time. And you can see there's times when somebody will do something and Steve will be like, ha, ha, ha. But you can tell on his head he's going, knock it off! Sticks. I guess I should just leave the sticks in my inventory. Give me this so I can do this. All the dirt in there. Everything else can go in here.
I'll be there to save you, Boot. I'll be like gunning down.
Oh crap! No wait, I want to do. When I'm digging up shipwrecks, I always put one chest down, and everything I dig out of the shipwreck all goes into that chest. So. Wait, what did I do with the cobble? Oh, I haven't dug up any more cobblestone yet. You know, I'm getting the feeling there's not going to be a whole lot of wood on this one. Where's the sun? Okay. One of the bad things about this area, though, there is no abandoned portal that I could have seen really close by. And we can't build our chicken cooker until we get
It is all
quartz. Well, it's not gonna help me to look right now. I brought my draw distance back in. Duh. Hmm. Ah. Ah, what the heck. Put a torch down. I used to put torches down everywhere because I was worried about being attacked at nighttime, but is that a tree or is that a house? I think it's a tree, but I can't tell. That's a house. There's a village over there. And we just got up. Let's go to the house. Let's go run to the village. Oh, I don't have a saddle. I'll be back, everybody. Don't go nowhere. There's plenty of chickens, so I won't have a problem with the chicken cooker. Probably have to get them all together and then get a bunch of them and put them in a pen until I have 24. So there's a house on top of that.
I didn't realize I had a key to that. Oh.
So I've actually been on Twitch, I think, for over a year now. Or did I start in November? I don't remember. It might have been November. And we were doing good in the beginning. And then this year hit, and then things went wonky. And I stopped streaming for a bit, and then I've only been streaming on, so. Still no abandoned port. Right. I was hoping I'd get up here and see one like off in the distance, but I don't see one. Come on, have something good. Have something good. Get out of my face. Nothing that way other than... They don't even have anything in the pens. What's the whole point of making it? Oh, stone cutter? Yep.
I haven't sang a song yet. I'm actually gonna sing.
You don't need that.
No. I'm gonna do it on the during the 24-hour stream.
Stone cutters make everything so much better.
Fun, yeah.
I'm not gonna grab those. I don't think I'm gonna grab those. Look at all the potatoes. Jeez.
Thank you for sure.
Not a very big village, was it?
Yeah, you got a diamond. I just gave you that. Welcome to the VIP club, Ross.
I already go into this house? Probably not if the door's over here. Basic, and then this one's probably the same thing, just basic. Pumpkins over there. I didn't know jack-o'-lanterns, lit up jack-o'-lanterns are also have are tied for the longest range of light. Torches are like 7 blocks. Jack-o'-lanterns are lit up jack-o'-lanterns are 15 blocks. And all you gotta do is grow a pumpkin, and then take 2 iron to make shears, and then shear the pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern, and then combine the jack-o'-lantern with a torch, and you have a 15-block light source. You didn't know that? That's why on the you'll see on our realm there's some of the tunnels I dug, because I dug subway tunnels to the ranch and to the tree farm. If you go through there, you'll see the roof has got a bunch of orange lighting in it. That's lit up jack-o'-lanterns I put in the ceiling. And so all you gotta do is grow pumpkins, which you can grow, harvest, and keep growing and keep harvesting. Then you just take shears, shear the front of the pumpkin, it becomes a jack-o'-lantern, and then add a torch, and then you've gone from 7 blocks with a torch to 15 blocks with a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. So, AKA, it's a good idea. It just kind of looks funny that everywhere is going to have jack-o'-lanterns all over it. Which I guess this is the time of year for it. And I am not seeing a whole lot of wood for this at all. Okay, there's wood down here, good. Ah, that rhymed. There's wood, good. Well, yeah, because those are... Yeah, I'm going to have to make steps or something. Okay. Here's your steps. Yeah, see, it looks like there's the tip of the ship. Ah, that rhymed. Is that where the... No, okay. Do this so I can get the coal real quick. We'll build a coal furnace also, but we can't do that until we go to the nether, because that also has a comparator which requires quartz. I don't know if it was just everything being fickle yesterday, but after the creeper had blown up the furnace and I got it working again. Oh, you're playing on a snapshot too? In Bedrock or Java?
Oh god, oh god, oh god! Hurry, 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 hurry,
Because I know Beth is playing Bedrock. Because we tried to get her into the realm, but could not. On the computer. Ah! Didn't want to get stuck. At least this way I don't have to worry about sanding the whole thing and filling in all the water, because there won't be any water because it's covered in cobblestone.
It's a friend of mine, and that's the one that made it happen. But probably be like, I think I was saying something about 6-ish in the evening or so.
Let's see, that goes over, and I went over one more, so this needs to go over one more. Yep. Yeah, so this might be the entire ship.
That's what I figured. If I put it at a
Whoop,
reasonable time.
I was gonna say I lagged because when I broke that cobblestone, nothing came out of it. That means you're lagging, and there's plenty of lag in a snapshot.
On the 6th to the 7th. So I'll start at 8 a.m. on the 6th.
So were you here on here earlier, Dud, when I was talking about how they changed the
Technically
seed number generation?
Yep, and save up those tokens. Like
With this snapshot that just came out?
work your way towards getting yourselves into the
What I understand, they said this is the last time they'll be changing how it generates from the seed, but I think they said they hope this is the last time. No block goes to waste. Chomp, I said.
Apparently not down here.
No, they did it. The new
Is that Jimmy's room?
what I said yesterday was they're trying to get to parity, where the seed for Java works in Bedrock. You get the same map.
I know she's in here.
That's what I was talking about yesterday. Today, with this new snapshot, they changed the way. If you had a map in 117,
Hang out with us.
crap. If you had a map in 117 and you liked that seed and you tried to do it here in 118, it won't load. It won't work properly. And now, like the seed I was using, the seed I was using yesterday,
that I haven't.
if you tried to load the seed I was doing yesterday into
Spoiler: I do actually have Russell a Pog emote coming.
into this snapshot, it won't work.
A lot of it was because of you.
Well, it'll work, but it won't come out the same. So yesterday I was talking about they're trying to make it where Java and Bedrock use the same numbers for seed generation.
Yep.
With this thing that came out today, the way the numbers are made on the seed and the way they're read is completely different. So if I took the seed that I was doing yesterday and I started a new one with it on 21W43A, the new snapshot that came out today, it would not be the same map. It would be a different map. It'll read it different. So, but this snapshot, they're working on blending. So if you put you have a map you were doing in 117, and then you loaded it, you went into this snapshot and you loaded that map on this snapshot, everywhere that you've already seen, like looking around here, if this is where I started, all these chunks that are already loaded would come up exactly the same, but as soon as you got past to where there are new chunks, it would be a completely different setup. It would be the new train generation and not the old setup, which is not perfect yet. They're still working on it, but give me that. So yesterday was just making the two different versions of Minecraft read the same way. Now, the thing they did that I'm talking about today is it reads the numbers completely different now. Which I didn't know they were going to do. But like I said, I am not a Minecraft guru. I don't even read on the snapshots. See what is new on the snapshot. Okay, we go out one more. I noticed I stopped using my mouse wheel to scroll through my tools as much. I mainly just use the number keys. I used to use the mouse wheel to scroll through all my tools all the time, but
I went to the first floor. I meant to go to the second.
I have since stopped doing that for no reason other than I have just since stopped doing that. Dun it, dun it.
Playing in the elevator, he's gonna show up.
Dun it, dun it. Okay, still digging this boat out. Yep, it looks like it's going to be a complete boat. I saw one last night when I was playing off stream where I'd started another new map, and it was a full boat. I was like, oh, awesome. And it was sitting like right, I thought it was on an island, and then by the time I got to it, it wasn't on an island. It was a full boat sitting in the water, but the bottom, maybe like quarter of the boat was underwater. I was like, oh, I thought that was going to be an easy one sitting on a beach. Son of a beach. Well, I think the plan is we're gonna tear this boat apart. We're gonna uncover the whole thing and then completely dismantle it. We're gonna take all the wood and we're gonna make our house in the middle of our street. And then we're going to go down underground, try to go down as far as we can go underground. Try to find at least 2 more diamonds. Ah. Some of it was out of the... Well, I could hop up on it, and the water started, like, right there. Where that block is, that's where the water was. So you had to go underwater to get to the 3 chests, but... But it wasn't that bad. I mean, I've had worse. Cool. But the plan is we'll get this unearthed. We'll dig this. We'll loot the chests, and then we'll dig up this entire shipwreck. Or we'll chop it up, and then we'll make a house out of all the wood we get. Then we'll go underground. We'll try to find 2 more diamond, so we can make us a diamond pickaxe, and then we will get us more obsidian. We'll make our own portal, and we'll go get some quartz. And we'll make a chicken cooker. No, not to a dive bar in a western town. You know, Pet Shop Boys are still touring, dude. I didn't realize how many of their songs I knew until I saw on YouTube. It was a video for one of their songs, and I was like, oh, I remember that song. I love making little discoveries like that when I find something I'd forgotten musically. Russell the Muscle? Hey, horse, stay up there. Stay up there. Russell wasn't that tall. Let's get up here and get this little bit of the edge here. Russell was shorter than, well, everybody's shorter than Mike, but Russell was shorter than me. I'm what, 6 foot? So Russell was shorter than I am. Skinny little guy. Well, until he did roofing work, and then he became all buff and everything with his mohawk. So you see that when the gravel drops and it lands on the fence post, it just stops. When it lands on a half block, like a slab, is that the sound of the horse dropping? No. When it lands on a half a slab, it instantly breaks. So you got to dig it off of the fence. And I got one glitching in the wall there. But you'll see when this one lands down here on this half slab, it will just instantly break into its block form. Blink. So, and these are trap doors. They do the same thing. It'll instantly break. Oops, getting dark. Let's get back up top real quick so I can sleep before the mob spawn. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Russell was a small guy, so the my '57 Chevy had the original straight six engine in it, the truck, and Russell stood in the engine compartment and worked on the engine, so he was not a very big fella. Oops, the dirt's going in the spot. Oh. I figured there'd be more dirt. I don't have as much dirt. Well, I haven't got this in yet. But then again, Russell said he knew how to work on the truck, and I don't think he did because he's the one that bent the push rods. Putting him back in the engine. I don't even know what was wrong with the engine. Other than it was a straight six on a big half-ton truck, so didn't have a whole lot of power. With fat GT qualifier tires. Oh, I see more coal over there. Sweet. This pickaxe is gonna break. I'm gonna have to make more here in a minute. So here's a tip: if you're mining a ship underground, or underwater actually, oops, and you're trying to get down to loot the chests, and you don't want to run out of air, you'll see there's a door right here. Now this door, when it's underwater, let me show you. If you're underwater and you're running out of air and you're near the boat, you can either stand where the door's at or you can just take the door out, but watch. If you go underwater, and you'll see how I'm going to need to breathe, put the door down. There, now I caught my breath. You have a pocket of air the same size as the door. So whenever I have to go dig for buried treasure, and I'm where the map says it is, I will drop down and throw a door down, Because if you try to dig like this dirt here, if you dig it while you're underwater, it takes longer, but if you stand in here and dig it, it's just like it would be on the surface. Plus, you're not losing any air. So then the only thing you really have to worry about is drowned coming and attacking you. But you can use doors underwater like that for air. I think you used to be able to do that with torches, but I think now if you put a torch underwater, it will pop up for a second and then pop off and just start floating. So it doesn't work like that anymore.
Wind, I can't hear him at all outside the door. So anyway, though, I started using it for different things, gamer tags.
And the way I'm setting this up here, the way you saw me just go like this, if you are putting stuff up here and you left click it, it'll put all of it. If you hold down your left shift and left click it, hold down your left shift and you.
There you go. Thank you. You can actually listen to there's 5 songs from the band Super American Fantasy. That was
so right click will, and then right click will put down. Yeah. So when you see me lay them across like that, what I'm doing is holding the right mouse button, holding it down, and it will put 1. And then when you move it, it'll put 1 until it's full. And then if you let go and then do it again, it'll put the next layer down.
We just got to meet a lot of really cool people. Funny enough too, like I met the guys in Weezer and hung out with those guys right when they were getting signed to Geffen Records. So
I didn't know that for a long time. I was just doing one at a time. I didn't know you could paint them across like that.
Nope, someone's gonna have to spend the points.
You learn something new every day.
I have notes for the game day.
Half slab, so of course it just breaks. Speaking of breaking, there goes my pickups.
I'm writing down stories that you guys keep asking about. To make sure if someone redeems points during that I will tell those specific stories.
Get the top of that from the top. Now you got me thinking about Russell. Russell was a guy, for anybody watching, he was a guy I went to school with. Actually, he was a kid I went to church with. I've known him for that long. When I went to church when I was a little kid, and Russell didn't. When he was in high school, he was a year behind me, I think. My best friend was Mike, and Mike O'Leary, and he was a year ahead of me. And then Russell was a year behind me. And I think Russell just started hanging out with us one day. I don't know if he remembered me from church, or I was not a very good church kid. It was one of those you have to go to church on Sunday things. And I remember Russell in high school was not I don't want to say popular. He was one of the kids that kind of like got lost on the sidelines kind of thing. That's the way I always viewed myself. I was just one of the kids on the side who, the wallflower keeping the wall from moving. But Russell was happy doing his own thing. He was a bicycle freak. Why did that automatically make me jump up? That's weird. He rode his 10-speed bike everywhere and didn't care what people thought about it. But he was he was a really scrawny guy, really skinny.
There were quite a few.
I think a lot of that had to do with, well, genetics, because his dad was a really tall, really skinny guy. And then his mom was not. His mom was short and round. She hated me. Because by the time Russell was hanging out with me, I had gotten into the really obscure black metal and death metal that I've listened to all these years. And unfortunately, Russell had latched on to that. I played in Merciful Fate, the band King Diamond, one of King Diamond's first bands. And if you've never heard Merciful Fate was a rock and roll band. I guess they were heavy metal. I would say rock and roll because they started in the late 70s. I think Merciful Fate actually got together in 80s. The first album was 83, I think. But King had been playing music since the late 70s. And King Diamond is, I don't know if he still claims to be or not, but he was a true Satanist. His lyrics were not trying to be scary or anything. He was a true Satanist. A Levian Satanist, which I'm not going to go into that here, but still, I loved Merciful Fate. I thought it was one of the coolest bands out there. And then he left and he formed his own band, King Diamond. So, Russell's mom and dad were Mormon, just like my family. Well, it was more rock and roll than it was black metal or death metal because it was, you got to figure, they were drawing on inspirations from like Alice Cooper and Uriah Heep. They didn't, whereas the stuff I do is like draws inspiration from Celtic Frost and Merciful Fate and King Diamond, I guess. But King Diamond had no problem wearing his inverted crosses, had no problem singing what he sang. And I remember going on a choir trip, and Russell had borrowed my "Don't Break the Oath" CD and was listening to it with his headphones on in the bus with all the choir kids in it. And so, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Well, King Diamond is 64 this year. When we saw him in 2019, he was 62. And he still hits every note possible. It was funny, the one review I remember reading that I thought nailed his vocal style perfectly. The guy was starting it off with his dentist drill style vocals. I was like, wow. You didn't know Russell was Mormon? His mom was hardcore Mormon. So when Russell was listening to Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath, he's got the headphones on and he's singing in falsetto like King does, but he's singing. There we go. Oh, my sweet Satan, you are the one. And everybody in the choir bus is kind of looking at him like, what the hell's this kid doing? Oh, that kind of fits. What the hell? Didn't even think about that. But still, so they were in. Am I lagging? It does not drop. Oh, they dropped. Okay. Russell's mom and dad were in the same. I forgot what they're called. The same. Not branch. What did you call it? Ward. He was in the same ward as Grandma and Grandpa Wessel, who went out on Lover's Lane. Yeah, ward, that's the word. They were in the same ward as Grandma and Grandpa Wessel, so they knew Grandma and Grandpa Wessel. Like I said, I knew him from church, and my parents never went to church. My grandparents went to church. My parents were what they called inactive members, which meant we claimed to be Mormons, but we're never going to church. I think they just did that so they could just have time time alone at home without 3 kids for once a week. So, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea. We did not have a bad childhood. Like I had stated before, we weren't rich, and for some reason all my life I've felt more comfortable being poor, but we never starved. We had our grandparents around us. We had both sets of grandparents around us. We were never beaten or anything like that. We had a good childhood. Like I was saying yesterday, the book I started writing, I was talking about when I first started. The first part of the book I started writing, I said, that always been in such a small area? I don't remember that. I don't want to start chopping up the boat yet, but I need to get that coal. But I never, I mean, I was, never thought I had a bad childhood. Well, you gotta remember, between you and Micah, I was not really there. Because you got sick from the time you were 5 years old. That's my brother I'm talking to. You got sick from the time you were 5 years old. And then Micah got preggers while she was in high school. And so I was just the kid who stayed out of trouble and without them knowing it was worshiping the devil at the time, actually. But it was not a bad childhood. I never starved. I always had a place to stay. There was always a roof over our heads. I was brought up with a very strong father, in a sense of when he came home from work, it was dinner, sit in front of the TV. That's it. We'll talk about. If he's going to talk to you when he gets home from work, then you're in trouble. But we weren't beaten. We weren't. I mean, there was a girl on our street whose mother burned her arm with a clothes iron because she was in trouble, and her mom scarred her arm for life with the clothes iron. I mean, that is a horrible life. We didn't have anything like that. I mean, when we were little, you'd get spanked, but some people pay good money for that these days. Yes. Me and my brother, especially once we found like the 110 camera that still had film in it, and Mom was like, go out there and take some pictures so we can turn this film in. And so we took action shots with the football. I actually have one or two of those pictures still. As a matter of fact, it's on my Facebook. Jumping in the air to catch a Nerf footballer. Alright, we're gonna need, we'll just do 3. I mean, I wasn't happy with the fact that I never got a drum set other than when Uncle Chris let me have his old drum set. And then I didn't have any money. Oops, I didn't have any money to fix it up, and so I just sold it to the guy across the store, one of Jason's dad's friends. So it was. Compared to people out there who are really, really suffering when they grow up, we were not suffering at all. We were not rich. We didn't have a lot of stuff. I mean, the bicycle I rode to school when I was in elementary school, and I was going to Ivanhoe School, the school in the town we lived in. The bicycle I was riding, it was not a professional looking bike. The wheels were warped. Um, I think the frame was bent. It was like a secondhand, somebody grabbed it out of the trash kind of bike. But it was my bike. I had a bike. I don't even. I had a bike lock for it, but I don't know why. Nobody was gonna steal that thing. I mean, if my parents paid any money for it, they must have paid like $5 for the bike. And the person was probably like, here's $5 to get it away from my house.
You don't go outside, boo.
Whoa, I almost went a little too far there. But I still have like fond memories of when we had our house on Edmonton, laying in the living room, watching TV, with the sliding glass door to the backyard open, and a cold breeze blowing in, and watching like MASH, and laughing like a maniac at all the jokes, even though I wasn't that old. I think we moved into that house when I was 5. Which wasn't the first time we'd lived in Ivanhoe. That would have been the second. That was the second time we'd lived in Ivanhoe that I can remember. And we lived in that house on Edmonton for 11 years. I lived there for 11 years. My parents lived there for longer. I moved out when I was 15. I moved in with my grandparents. Trying to think of all the places we lived that I can remember. There was the house across from the store in Ivanhoe when Micah was going to Ivanhoe school, and I don't think I was in school yet. That's the one I have the memories of watching the original Star Trek reruns. And I remember I remember running behind the couch when I was little and cursing, saying bad words. And I would run behind the couch and crouch down behind the couch, and then I would say a lot of bad words. Yeah, the one that Mom thought Mom had this premonition the house would burn down, and then once we moved out of the house burned down. I put that in the book I was writing. I put down. So was my mother right and had premonitions of things that were to come, or did she just have a crazy desire to be right and burn the house down after we left? But we lived in that, and I remember the things I remember the most from that were the swearing behind the couch, Star Trek reruns, the cover of the Jonathan L. Henson album, Let There Be Contentment, the one that has my dad opening a gift and me and my sister are staring like, holy crap, are we going to get a gift too, kind of thing. That was taken in that house. I was taken in the house across the street from the little store in Ivanhoe. Then we lived in a mobile home out by my grandma Wessel's house on road 320 something, 324, way out by my grandparents' house. That was the one I was talking about the other day where there was an abandoned refrigerator out in our front yard. Like I said, we were never rich. And I remember playing in that abandoned refrigerator and my mom coming out and getting mad because she said if we played in that refrigerator and the door shut on us and we got stuck in there, nobody would find us and then we would suffocate and die. I don't think you were around yet. That's the one where the neighbors had a daughter named Lori Ford, and Mom said she was my first ever girlfriend. I barely remember her. I have a picture of me at that house with her sitting next to me. Actually, I have two pictures. They were taken like back to back of me in that house with Lori Ford. And I must be like 4 years old, 3 years old. I heard footsteps. There's a trader. Let's go see what he's got.
It's so hard to say which one is my ultimate favorite. I love Resident Evil.
Oh, gee. He went down to see me. Punk. What you got going there, buddy? Don't need it. 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 Why would I want it? Okay. So you're worthless. Get out of my way.
That's one I actually haven't played through. I think I played the demo of it, and I didn't think it was bad. But that's one I need to get back and try.
What do you mean?
I did play like
What we did? What I did to you? But you get out of the frickin' way! Talk about a hard sell. Go, go. Nobody wants any. Go. I'm gonna smack your llama if you don't get out of my way. Sells so good you wanna smack your llama. Go, go. Take your llama and go. You talking about when Micah married you to Connie? I had nothing to do with that. That was all Micah and Vicky. That was all my sister and her friend Vicky. That was the Criswells. That was Connie Criswell. You had the Criswells that lived next door to Grandma Henson, and you had the Christophersons who lived in front of Grandma Wessel. And Kay Christopherson was a year or two behind me in high school, I think. Maybe 2 years. But the Criswells, Mike was my age, and then Mark was younger, and then Connie was your age. And Micah and Vicky married you and Connie when you guys were like 3 years old in the front yard. And then there was an older brother, there was two older brothers, Richard and Rodney, I think. And Rodney came back years later. They were a super... Get out of the freaking way! They were like a super religious family, the type that the kids were not allowed to watch TV. And the father had a really weird way of talking. I mean, it was like really, like old, I don't even know what you would call it. He would come out when we were playing on Saturdays and tell the kids it was time to eat. But he wouldn't say time to eat. He would come out and say, boys, it's time to eat. So I don't understand where that came from, but one thing I could think of was maybe he was homeschooled and they pronounced the word wrong. But Rodney came back and visited Grandma. Mainly, I think he just came back to see the house again, and went across the street and saw Grandma was still living there, and went and talked to her for a bit. But me and Mike used to spend Saturdays playing together, and if they would come into the house and I was watching cartoons, they would, in the den, which was around the corner, they would hide against the wall in the first room, and every now and then just like peek around the corner and catch a glimpse of what the TV, and then would instantly jump back around the corner real quick.
have my original copies.
Like the TV was going to do something to him. I remember Mark doing that a lot. Like he wanted to see what was going on the TV, but he was afraid something horrible was going to happen if he was actually watching the TV. Whoa, there's water right there. I didn't even see that. But Rodney came back and talked to Grandma, and I guess they had all moved back to Utah. I don't remember Chuck at all. I know when Kenny got older, when I was hanging out with all the headbangers on Fridays and Saturday nights on Mooney, there was a girl that used to hang out with us who had a license plate that said Sugar Me on it. And I was supposed to give her guitar lessons, which I thought was hilarious because I'm self-taught. And I was like, why would you want to take lessons from somebody who taught themselves to play instead of somebody who knows how to play? But she had a massive crush on Kenny. And I remember her picking me up one day because she was trying to find Kenny because I guess they had broke up and she couldn't handle it. Next to Brian was Che. The kid who had a teacher for a dad. I can't remember what he taught. I don't think it was science. They literally had a jungle in their backyard. It was Che. He was the one I was talking about the other day where, I think I was talking to Tommy about it, where I was trying to remember, because I've had this really bad social anxiety disorder my entire life. I was trying to remember instances of it where I never really thought about it, where it just... And I remembered playing with Che when I was younger, and I would go down the street because my grandma lived on a street called Wren. It was in an area called Birdland where all the streets were named after birds. And Grandma lived at one end of Wren, and then the road went down a little ways and then curved around. And Che lived on the curve. And he would come down on Saturdays to see if I was there, which we usually were. And then we'd go down to his house and be goofing around and playing. And then he would say, and it happened so often, that he would actually say this to me. We're like two 10, 12-year-old kids. And he would be like, okay, I'm going to go in the house and use the bathroom real quick. Don't go anywhere. And as soon as he would close the door to the house, I would hop on my bike, ride back home, and get back to Grandma's house and go inside and shut the door. Because I didn't want to have to go outside again. I mean, I loved playing and everything, and I liked Che, but I would prefer to not be dealing with the world, I guess. What were they attacking down there? That's weird. Okay, I think we've almost got this thing completely cleared out. Oh, I got one of the leads. So I think it's time we start chopping some stuff up. And like I said, everything I chop off of this ship, I'm going to put in this chest, and then that's what we'll build our house from. I don't know what Che's last name was, but when I was in Invictus with Terry knew Che. He went to school with Che, so apparently Che went to the same school as Terry. So Terry the Aminal. And I really feel sorry for everybody who's ever been in a band with me and had to deal with me.
Although, Aaron, would you have a sword?
I'm the kind of guy, I don't want to play cover tunes. I want to write original music. I want to put out original music. I think out of the over 1,000 songs I have written, there's maybe 4 that I wanted to do as a covers.
Even though I do misread things.
Well, I take that back. Well, no, yeah, there was... No, those are remixes. Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 that 3 or 4 I wanted to do as...
Oh no!
Frickin' llamas. As covers.
Why isn't the notes opening? I can't open the notes.
Mommy Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight by the Misfits was one. Return to the Eve by Celtic Frost was one. Okay, we're going to start chopping up the boat. We'll start from the back. Well, actually, let's empty the 3 chests first, and then we'll start chopping up the boat. So chest number 1, it's right there. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in this chest. Section 2, leather leggings, nice. Ooh, suspicious stew. Pumpkins, we can make some jack-o'-lanterns eventually. Poisonous potatoes, I still don't think have any kind of usage in this game. So that's chest number 1. Chest number 2, this is the maps. Yep. Alright, treasure map, paper, la papier, as you would say in French. Une fille de papier. Did you know that? That a piece of paper in French is feminine. Une fille de papier. And then there's one upstairs. Ooh, a bottle of enchanting. Alright, now let's get these put in the chest up here, and then we'll start tearing into this sucker.
Purchase. Oh my god, thank you. You just want to hear me say pop pop, didn't you? He's not going away!
Actually, I'm gonna have to put another chest down just for all that stuff.
Jimmy, go away! I want to do something. This is no good, family. I'm stuck here. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Jimmy's
Put those on.
can't talk to anything. Are you talking about Jimmy? Jimmy just wants my skin?
Protection 2.
You gonna come back with the key?
It's kind of funny. Every time I look to see what time it is, it's exactly noon. Alright. Ah, crap. It goes back further. Actually, I don't think it goes back any farther than that. I think that's it.
Alright, guys. Wish me luck, man. Which way we going?
Hey, you're short a llama there, buddy.
Out the door. Who walked
That the one that's down there? Yep.
door?
Alright.
Okay.
Get out of my way. Can't you see I'm flossing my toes? I can just barely hear Steve's stream in the background, and he's running. I hear him going, ah!
Holy shit! Potato Steve.
Steve's been playing a lot of scary games because it's October.
He saved my life.
I usually, the way I tear down a ship is I go like in levels. So everything that's this high I will get.
Now we can fuck with Jimmy. Look, up right here. What's up, Jimmy? How you been?
Well, yeah, but he also plays like Final Fantasy. He played SpongeBob's. Strong Bad's awesome game for attractive people. Cool game for attractive people. And other stuff, but with it being October, it's like you got to play the scary games, and everybody loves watching Steve play the scary games because he gets scared. His heart, like I said earlier, I like the fact that he's got the monitor now where you can see his heart rate on the screen.
Thank you so much for the giant mug. How are you doing, man? Your name threw me off from that. It's gonna take me a bit to not call you by your own.
Get off of my boat.
Rambo, how are you doing?
Let go of my boat. I'm not that kind of man. Who sang that song? Let go of my leg. I'm not that kind of man. Okay, I'm gonna have to use some of this wood to make sticks. To make more axes, because I'm back down to my wooden axe. Not talking to you, trader. I think that's as far back as it goes. Yeah, that's as far back as it goes. Cool.
Somehow I reeled you back in. What do you bet? He's right there?
You know, when I first found the traders, I always thought they were awesome to have around. And now I can't stand them because I almost never buy anything from them. And they don't go away. And he's pushing me from behind. Go! It frustrated me so much I almost tried to dig up almost chop some wood with a shovel. I'm using a wooden axe, so this is taking longer. I think I'm gonna have to split some of these planks into sticks so I can make more axes. Huzzah! Okay, let's... Dude, I opened this up over here so you could... Jeez. So what I could do, I'll just take these spruce logs. Split that, do that. Okay, there we go. Put that in there. Sleep! And then I'll make the pickaxes in the morning. I don't want to make the pickaxes before I go to sleep, because since I'm sleeping out in the open, I want to sleep before the mobs spawn, because if I try to sleep after they spawn, there's a good chance it'll tell me I can't sleep, there's monsters too close.
We're getting OnlyFans feeds here, maybe I can do this, right? Maybe.
And you'll notice when I close up the crafting table that I don't take the stuff out of it, because it just automatically puts it in my inventory anyway, so it's just a wasted extra movement to try and grab everything out of it before I close it. Now, if my inventory was full and I tried doing that, it would just drop it on the ground. So. Oh. Go away, traitor. Friggin' llamas are gonna walk in front of me. I'm gonna, oh, just like that, and I'm gonna smack you with this axe, and then you're both gonna attack me. Go away. Always double check the chest before I chop it. Make sure I looted everything out of it. Doesn't really matter because all it's going to do is just pop up in my inventory if I have room for it. Okay, now we're down to a level where I can actually go around to the front of the ship. And it doesn't look like it, but the stuff on the left is actually at this level. These are half slabs, so they're actually on the same level I'm on. What would be cool is if they made it where you could actually sail these ships. Ah! Yep, I think I really lucked out with this being in the ground like this, where it was a full shipwreck. And that one chest being so full of stuff. I was talking with Tommy about the people that used to live on Rand Dust with back in the day, and I couldn't remember the little girl that lived on the other side of Jules. They had the perfectly manicured lawn and the chain link fence around the front of the house. I want to say Amanda, but that doesn't sound right. She was, I think, younger than you were. And she never played with us because... Get out of my way! Because Micah was a lot older than her. And then... she was like... I kind of like remember her as being like really yuppie, not yuppie, preppy. I don't remember if they had an extra driveway or not. But Jules was next door before he moved to Sin City. And then it was their house. And then there was like 2 or 3 houses and then Kenny's house. And then like 2 or 3 houses and then Brian's house. But I could not remember what her name was. Because we never hung out with her. She was...
True. I got these Corsair ears.
I barely remember her. And it's not like she was like we were, where we were always outside playing. I think the only times I ever saw her was when she was walking out to the car to go somewhere. And then you had, like I said, the Chris Wells across the street for a while.
Dipping out, we're dipping out.
And then the guy that had the mail order bride.
Going the wrong way.
And then around the corner you had Marriott's. Around the other way, apparently you had Michael Leary. I didn't know his family lived over there. And then you had James Tidwell's uncle, who lived around the corner.
I don't think I've ever been in the cupboard before. Oh god.
I guess those are actually lower than the level I'm on, but I don't care! It doesn't have to be a certain way. I'm the one playing this game. And like I always say in a disclaimer, I am not a Minecraft expert. I am not a Redstone expert. I'm just a casual player who likes messing around with snapshots. John. Oh, John O'Leary? When they lived over there, I don't remember them being over there. I didn't meet Mike until he was at Golden West with me. And I only met him because I was a baritone. Or no, I was a bass in Men's Glee and he was a bass in Men's Glee. Although he could sing like an octave lower than me. I don't ever remember them at Grandma's house, around Grandma's house. But then again, my memory sucks, so... Well, those were quick. So this is almost full, isn't it? These all came out of the boat. Kiss my axe. Ooh. We can get a little bit more before the sun goes down. The only I want to hear that frickin' trader make is I'm leaving. That's it. Take your stinking llamas and go. I said, take your stinking llamas and go. Oh yeah, because they had a camper or something in that other driveway. I was thinking you were talking like Grandma Henson's driveway, where Grandpa paved over where the rocks were and made it a double wide driveway.
I don't know what to ask.
How many days is that trader gonna hang out down there before he realizes I'm not buying anything? Every time I pop up, I see that village and I'm like, there's a village. Oh, I've already been there.
No Kid Rock.
Apparently they were supposed. I was watching a developer blog, or not a blog, a developer something or other for Minecraft, and they were talking about archaeology, which, like I said, I'm not an expert, so I'd never heard of that. But they were talking about they were going to put archaeology in Minecraft, and it showed somebody near like a cobblestone block, and they were using what looked like a brush over the top of it, and it was going back and forth, and it was making the cobblestone smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as it did it. And I was like, oh, that would be awesome. Me being a science junkie, that would be awesome. But the thing they were talking about was how it was being delayed. I was like, oh, well, I guess that's probably why I've never heard of it before.
I only gave you the VIP house because you've earned it. You've been here hanging out with us, and those are definitely savages like this close right now to getting the VIP stuff. But you two have been here almost every night. It seems like when I stream. At least even if you just stop by and say hello.
I remember in Civilization when they added the archaeology thing in one of the expansions on 5, I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then once I played it, I was like, oh, this is not so awesome. But I mean, at least they tried. Hey, wow, that's up really high. Lapis Lazuli at 56? I don't have an iron pickaxe yet, so I can grab that. And once I get this boat all done, we'll come back and grab those. The ultimate in recycling. Go away. Why do you keep running to the side I'm trying to do? Get out of the... Why? Never been a fan of salesmen. Oh, there's more coal. Dang it! Get up there. Here comes the Dalai Lama again, Doug. It's two different settings playing together right there. I don't even know why I put it in the song. This song is supposed to be like classical, and then I put frickin' Dalai Lama in it. Start from the back. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I think I've only used Dalai Lama twice. I've used it in this track, and I used it in... No, I've used it 3 times. I used it in that track, I used it in Pale Blue Dot with Blood Rum, and then I used it in... I think Marzipan Astronome has it. For Jonathan L. Henson project. The title track for the second release. And if you're wondering where I got that name, I was talking about it yesterday. That's one of the VSTIs I use, a software synthesizer for that project I use is called Oatmeal. And one of the things I love doing is I will randomize the sound. It's got a button that lets you just randomize all the sliders and the dials. And I will randomize it until I find a sound that I want to use. Or a sound that, as soon as I hear it, I get an idea, and then I'll use that sound. But not only does it randomize the sound, it randomizes the name. So Marzipan Astronome, the second album for Jonathan L. Henson project, that name is from the randomized sound that I used mainly in that one. Runner Faz is another randomized sound that I use as a song name. Last Day, I think, was one. No, Last Day I wrote on my last day of working, I think, at Boundtree Medical. But if I couldn't come up with a name, then I would just look at the presets and I'd be like, Marzipan Astronome, that's weird, let's use that. Oh, I gonna have to make a iron pick so I can come back over here and get that lapis lazuli, which is good for making dye, and you need it to enchant things, which I'm not gonna do anytime soon because you need 2 diamonds and 4 obsidian and a book. Got the book. I think I got 1 obsidian and 1 diamond. But I need more obsidian because I need to make a portal so I can go get... I can go get quartz. But I do have iron right here. Right chair. Oh no, I put it over here. Yep. So let's make us... I am iron pick. Go away. And then I only use the iron pick when I need to use the iron pick.
Ground floor.
Huh?
As a true potato does. I figured.
Get your stinking llamas away from where I'm trying to dig.
If you guys haven't seen Ren and Stimpy before, there's an amazing episode where they are a tag team wrestling match. Tree Gamer, what's up? How are you tonight? But Ren and Stimpy do if you don't know what Ren and Stimpy is, you should definitely check it out.
Getting dark, getting dark, getting dark. Okay, we're done with this area. We're done with that ship anyway. Look at that hole. That's a divot I am not replacing.
Aaron's calling you all out.
I am going to go get that torch back, though. The torch that's marking the stairs. I am going to go get that back. So.
Oh no.
Because now I don't need it. And besides, I know where the stairs are.
Boot doesn't fuck around.
So,
Just remember that. What is it with this frame?
thinking I'm just going to build a house right here.
It's black and white.
Not a very big one. And then we'll
Ren and Stimpy.
dig down under it and put storage under it like I did in the last one.
Right outside the lift.
What is that? That is dark oak. And this is spruce, dark oak. So how much do we have of each? Dark oak, spruce, and then we have so we have more dark oak. I want to keep. Why not have? I don't have a smoker, do I? I don't have.
That's new. I kept thinking that was raining.
All I have is a stone cutter.
So
I don't have a furnace. I don't have a blast furnace. I don't have a smoker. Okay, so I need to keep. I think 4 of those as logs, and then the rest can become dark oak. And so now we have a metric asswhack of dark oak. We have 1 dark oak door, but what's a spruce door look like? I prefer doors that have windows in them. Nope. Okay. Well, I know on this resource pack, I don't know what acacia doors look like. I know the jungle doors are just strips of bamboo, it looks like. There's regular oak and birch and oak. Okay, duds, talk to you later. We are going to... we'll just make it out of that. We'll just make them like this. We don't need to put windows in them. Okay, but like I said, it's not going to be a very big house. We're just going to make a small little place.
Aaron calls the shots though, guys, so we get to keep going. She's like my manager and stuff, right? You don't? Crap, who does? I'm building a pinball machine. Shit. I didn't know I was
Okay, left shift. Block up. Block up. To block up. So it's just like I said, it's a basic building, and the reason there are no corners is because that's a waste of wood. I mean, I have a lot of wood, but still. Because once you do this, everything's connected right here. You don't need that.
First floor. I just came up to the third floor.
Whoops. Nope, that's right. 2.
That was pretty easy.
Beautiful. Let's do that so nothing spawns in here.
Juniper or Aaron, not sure, and you guys don't have to like click it or anything, but is the voice mod icon on my Twitch stream? Because I haven't.
Freefall Blackout, this song playing in the background. This is another one named after the randomized sound coming off of the VSTI oatmeal. Okay, and then we'll do the stairs back here. Okay, now I can just keep going this way. I don't have to stop at the end of the house because the house is on flat ground. Normally I would count how long the house is on top, and I would stop the underground room at the end of the house because I'm usually on a mountain or something. But this is on flat ground. All I got to worry about is not digging into the river over here. You can dig straight across 5 blocks, that's what I'm doing. And then we'll go 5 blocks backwards this way. Yeah. Doesn't have to be, there's no like set. Whoops. Oh crap. I need to make more torches. I put the sticks away? Well, I have enough wood on me. I'll just use dark oak wood. Dark oak sticks. Okay, there we go. Oh, did I not bring stairs? Ah. I'm always saying make sure you close the doors behind you because you don't want creepers walking in while you're not looking. And then I keep leaving the doors open. the reason I wanted to do that was because I'm going to dig all this back out. And that's gravel, so as soon as I dig that, that drops and I wouldn't be able to get back out. That's 5 from there. How far did I go from here? Oh, I know it's 5 this way, so... Cool, it lined up. Ooh, it looks like I cut it close too, because if you see dirt with grass on it right there, that means above that is air. So if I was to dig one more over, digging that up would leave a hole in the roof. So much gravel. But that does make clearing all that out a lot quicker. Much quicker. Okay. Is it dark topside? Yep. Oop, that's gotta go. Okay, now where I put the steps, if you've been watching it all, you'll see that I always put, in this little spot here, I always put the crafting table. Some of the stuff I was playing before, I would put my crafting table in the floor, would be in the floor of the room above me, but... Okay, and then that would be my 2 furnaces, which I don't have yet, so... Okay. What am I doing? I just was looking at my crafting table. I ran upstairs to use the crafting table. Okay, 2 basic furnaces, and then I have 1 furnace, the smoker. So, furnace. And let me go grab those logs so I can build the smoker. Still gotta do this floor. I still gotta do the wood around this room too. Okay, if I remember correctly, it's that and that. Yep, smoker. Now, I don't remember how to make a blast furnace. I think you need... I don't remember. I just honestly don't remember how to build a blast furnace. Okay, let's get this floor done real quick. Oh crap, crap, crap. I heard him going off right as I should have been paying attention. It's one of the things I was telling my brother before. Always make sure when you're always looking around behind you to make sure nothing's creeping up on you. Like a friggin' creeper. I thought I was safe in the house, but I was at the very corner of the house, so. But as you notice, I took no damage, so. Whoops. 1, 2, 4.
So the heater's giving shocks.
That doesn't have to be there. There we go. Well, the good thing is he can't do it again. Bad thing is one of his friends could do it again. But
That one's wrong. Jimmy had made accusations about the doctor. Most believed him, but I heard that story somewhere.
trying to dig up the floor with an axe. Way to go.
Story for maybe about
What the? What am I doing? That's gotta be enough that I can get down the stairs. There we go. Out of shovels.
Alright, so Tuesday is the, yeah, sounds good. I think that would work out real well. Kind of brainstorm some ideas. Oh my god. I think it's almost that magic hour, friends.
I think I need to put some wood inside the furnaces and put some sand in there so I can get some glass going. I need you to grab some. You grab some chests and come down here and start putting stuff away. I also need to redo the rooms down here, so let's split these up.
I don't have all of my games planned out, so
But you see what I mean about closing the doors behind you, because you never know when there's going to be a creeper walking up behind you and just walking into the house. That one just came up and blew up in my face. Need sand. Need 64 sand, but I'd rather have too much glass than not enough glass. Said glass. Okay, so I think what we'll do, let me go grab the chests. I think what I'm going to do is grab these chests, throw the chests down in here. There's 12 there. There's 3 more there. Oh, there's a stone cutter. And that's all dirt? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to throw these chests down here. Throw the stone cutter down here, and then we're going to call it a night, and then we'll pick up tomorrow. And we'll start digging down to see if we can get us, we'll start digging down to see if we can find us a cave underground, get us some diamond and whatnot, and then we'll go from there, so. Now let's throw these out. I don't like putting chests along the wall where this is at, but we have a big wall here, so I think it won't be a problem.
I made it. Don't know
Just put a double chest there. Double, double. Double, 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 and then we have one left, which I'll put right here. And this will be the one that we normally keep for like coal and whatnot. Alright. So that's going to do it. We'll come back tomorrow. We should have glass completed. We'll move all the stuff from up there down into the chest down here, get it all sorted. And then we'll start digging down for a cavern so we can get some diamond. And then once we get enough diamond, we'll get some obsidian. We'll get our portal going. And then we'll go from there. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow.